Hello and welcome to The Inner Path, Beyond the I Am. What you're about to hear is not a script or a concept. It is part of a real conversation that took place during my spiritual journey. This dialogue came out of my own seeking, my own experience, and it reflects my attempt to go deeper into silence. These are questions I asked sincerely, not just for understanding, but to uncover the silence within. I'm sharing this from my journey because the path can feel so solitary, yet we're all seekers together. If it touches you, sit with it as living inquiry. Stay for the reflective question at the end, and share your journey in the comments. I'd love to hear. In the book, Talks with Ramana Maharshi, Ramana Maharshi said, "The sea is not aware of its wave. Similarly, the self is not aware of its ego." Can you please explain this? Certainly. Ramana Maharshi's statement, "The sea is not aware of its wave. Similarly, the self is not aware of its ego," is a powerful analogy. Let's look at the ocean. It is vast, undivided. Waves rise and fall in it, but they are not separate from the ocean. They are simply forms the ocean takes for a time. Yet the ocean does not observe or name the wave. It just is. The self is like that ocean, formless, silent, ever-present. The ego is like the wave, an appearance, a movement within, not apart from, the self. But the self does not recognize it as separate. It doesn't see a wave. It only is. The ego thinks it is real, but that thought itself is occurring in the light of the self. The self does not see the ego as other, nor as itself. It is simply untouched. You said, the ego is an illusion that only appears real when consciousness identifies with it. Please explain how the self-pure consciousness identifies with the ego. A good question. But let's begin here. The self never truly identifies with anything. It remains pure and unchanged. But it appears as though it identifies with the ego. That's the illusion, an illusion born of ignorance. Here's how it appears to happen. 1. The self reflects in the mind, just as sunlight reflects in water. 2. That reflection produces the sense of, I am this body-mind. This is the ego. 3. But it is not real identification. It is superimposition, like mistaking a rope for a snake in dim light. 4. The ego borrows reality from the self, but the self remains uninvolved, untouched. From the ego's point of view, it feels like, I am aware, I am thinking, I am doing. But the self is never doing or thinking. It is only being. So, if the self were ever to identify with the ego, wouldn't that contradict its nature as pure, formless awareness, always present and unchanging? Am I correct? Yes, you are absolutely correct. If the self could truly identify with the ego, it would become subject to change, form, and duality. That would mean it is not the self, but it is never truly affected. It only appears so, just as the sun appears to move across the sky, though it does not move. So the illusion of identification is only in the mind. The self remains the formless witness, unattached, silent, still. I thought illusion was Maya. But now you said Mithya. Are they the same? They are related, but not the same. Maya is the power of illusion. It is what causes the unreal to appear real. It is cosmic and veils the truth. Mithya is the result. It is that which appears real, but isn't absolutely real. It's neither fully real nor fully unreal. The ego, body, and world are all Mithya. They seem real, but they depend on the self. So, Maya creates the illusion, and Mithya is the illusion itself. One last thing. I want to be sure. The self cannot experience anything. Correct? Correct. The self does not experience. Experience requires a subject, the one who experiences. an object, what is experienced, and the process of experiencing. These three belong to the mind, not the self. The self is not a doer, not an experiencer. It is being silent, unchanging, ever present. It is the light in which experience arises, but it is never touched by it. Thank you for listening and for walking this path in your own way. Please, support the channel. If this resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share it with anyone who may be seeking silence and abide as what they already are. You're also warmly invited to leave your thoughts or questions in the comments. If you would like to email, the email is learningandlivingwithramana@gmail.com. Remember, post your response to the reflective questions in the description. Until then, remain still, remain true, remain as